What connects the New York Knicks
to Pauline Hanson?
Clickheads, the game show about Wikipedia that we promise isn't boring. Please welcome your hosts, Archie and Bretz.
Hello, wherever you're listening to this beautiful podcast. Brett, so nice to see you, although I hate what you are wearing right now.
Yes, in case you are just listening and you're not watching along on YouTube, we are wearing our State of Origin colours. By the time you're hearing this, Game 2 will have been completed. But
so the series will be completed by the time you hear this.
No, the series will be the series, not unlike a diver in a cave in Laos, will very much be alive, apart from the ones that died.
It's a bit different to some of the chat you've been saying behind closed doors this week. Your confidence has been rising as the game's getting closer. For any international listeners, this is the big rugby league match between two states of Australia. It's happening tonight when we're recording this. Queensland versus New South Wales.
We were saying, and as you would have just heard in the intro, it is going to be a part of this episode, but it's a little hard to focus on Origin at the moment. I am having some sort of overdose, near fatal, of sport right now.
Oh, mate, we're all going to need to get checked into rehab.
Yeah, genuinely.
There's going to be so much relapsing after this, and you're not going to be able to get a fix of the World Cup's on, the UFC's been on, the NBA Finals have been on. It's too much.
So you at the moment, because we're going to get into the New York Knicks once we start our game, you're obviously in Utopia, the World Cup, the Soccer World Cup, which incredibly is held at the same time as the Football World Cup. Massive for you. This is your...
Yeah.
Now, you said to me yesterday, I think you said to me, I can't remember what day it was, maybe it was Monday, and you were like, I can't wait to go home and watch replays of the Socceroos tonight. Now, you in the past have criticised me because I have admitted that I have rewatched in full the 2025 NRL Grand Final in which my Broncos won. I have rewatched that 6 or 7 times in full. Now, are you out here watching that Socceroos game in full?
Nah.
You're just doing highlights.
I don't just do the 3-minute highlights, which is effectively just the goals and any chances. I like watching the extended highlights, which is about 12 minutes long. But it would take a lot for me. I was at, this is a humble brag, I was at the World Cup final in 2022 between Argentina and France in Qatar, in the stadium that night. It was a freakishly great game of football, one of the best ever.
You didn't even know that the World Cup was on as well. You just went over there to applaud them for their working conditions.
Yeah, I was on a human rights tour,
and
I was just going to award them the Peace Prize and the Outstanding Achievement Award to Qatar and the way they looked after everybody.
You were just making sure that those wages were staying low.
100%. I was actually on the picket line trying to get them down a bit. I think they were too high.
Some of this scaffolding seems a bit too safe. Could we
lose a few poles?
Jingle this up a little?
But I was at that game, and many regard that to be one of, if not the greatest World Cup finals of all time. Hand on heart, even though it's readily available to me, I have never rewatched the whole, it was more than 120 minutes because it went to penalties. It takes a lot for me to watch an entire game back.
But you didn't have a horse in that race, really.
True, yeah. If it was Australia in the World Cup final, maybe it's a different story. You're right.
Yeah.
And we will be at this World Cup after dismantling Turkey. We are going to win this World Cup.
We will.
Put it on record.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate, I'm trying to watch 4 games a day. I'm waking up at 5 in the morning to watch Norway play Iraq, and I am living on the edge of my seat. Got a couple of negative things to say about the way the World Cup's been run, but whatever. I fucking hate these hydration breaks. They're killing me.
So this is a new thing, these hydration breaks?
Yeah, and it's just to raise money to have ads during the game. It's basically they're trying to create the game to have quarters like the American audience is used to.
Why is it that you want your soccer players so thirsty? This is...
It's not about their thirst, mate.
It is. I can't believe FIFA, who are a borderline charity, all they care about, they said this, they're like, soccer, irrelevant to us. What we care about is hydration. What we care about is wetting the beaks and gullets of these beautiful soccer players. It's got nothing to do with ad revenue.
No, nothing at all.
What an insane accusation.
It was actually, because it's called the Macca's hydration break, I think that was pure a gesture of goodwill. I don't think Macca's is paying for that that sponsorship at all, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
And if you do not think FIFA is a charity, I raise you this. Look how many donations they've taken over the years. Look how much money they've taken just because out of the goodness of their hearts.
You're right. I can't argue with that. And you can just see the president of FIFA, Gianni, who is just He is just an exemplary man.
He's a giant.
And you
He's
can
a
see-
giant. That's FIFA is actually short for fee, far, fo, fum. I smell the blood of a Englishman. That's what he says. That's his thing. FIFA is a giant thing.
Annoys me that any criticism of the hydration break can just come with a response from him going, so what? You think the welfare of the players should be put at risk? Then you go, I'm sorry, mate. These guys play 90 minutes every single week in their countries. I think they can handle not having to have a break every 25.
I'm sorry, you do not want hydration. Let me. Every time I clapped my hands, a world-class football player died of thirst. Bloody stop clapping.
What are you getting paid by FIFA from sticking up for them?
No, I just can't believe you would criticise how. Like, you know what? I'm going to make you run around and kick something around the office today, and you're not going to be able to take a drink except for one time in the middle. We need to hydrate these guys.
This is quite the hill for you to die on. You're standing up. You're putting it on record. I'm standing up for the hydration breaks.
I think we need more hydration. In fact, here's my idea of a perfect soccer game. It's watching 22 men on the field? How many players are there in a team? 11?
There's 22.
Yeah, so
11 each.
22 men.
Yep.
I would like to watch them drinking water for 90 minutes, and every now and again they go and kick a ball. That's my idea of a perfect soccer game. I think they should have soccer breaks amongst the hydration. I'm pure hydration. That's the next step for FIFA.
Seems unusual for you, considering you're so amped up for the rugby league tonight. Would you like the same rules to be applied to State of Origin?
Nah, because that's state against state, mate against mate. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand unless you've worn the jersey, mate.
Mate, have you watched any of the World Cup?
Yeah.
Apart from the game we watched together on Sunday, the Socceroos game?
The Socceroos game is the only game I've watched in full.
Okay.
But we've had it on in the TVs at work. So yeah, I was definitely interested in the Iran-New Zealand game because in our office sweepstake, I have drawn Iran.
And Egypt, famously.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah. Which is making today's topic even funnier that we're trying to get to Pauline Hanson. I think she'd have something to say about your two sweeps teams.
I think Pauline Hanson... It is very funny that Pauline Hanson, because of the success of the Socceroos, has almost immediately become central in the commentary post-game, just about how many refugees and immigrants were part of that team.
Well, I mean, a guy who was born in a refugee camp scored the opening goal for Australia. Dare I say he's our best player. I mean, that's got to be conflicting for her party and her policies.
It is inconvenient for One Nation. It's not what they needed right now.
They just needed some full white, born and bred Australian guy with like 8 generations to score those goals. And
Before
sadly,
we move off soccer, can I quickly...
we're moving off soccer? I don't want to do that.
We don't have to.
Please, no. This is the football podcast.
It is indeed.
And then afterwards we'll do the soccer one.
Okay, we'll do the football one and the soccer one, which are strikingly similar. Strikingly.
Hey,
I'm
very
learning.
good. You're getting good.
I'm learning this soccer football goals. So, well, I said this on our radio show, but I'll say it again here. Nestori or Ness Irukunda,
Yes, our striker.
our striker, new national hero. I wanted to trademark this early, because he gets called Ness,
Yep.
the Sock Ness monster.
Yep.
Because Loch Ness monster, soccer. No one calls soccer sock, do they?
No.
Definitely no one in like the Premier League being like, God, that was a good bit of sock on the weekend. Did you
no one says
catch the sock?
They call it football over there with that accent.
True.
I mean,
so they
a
don't call
sketch...
do they call it the footy?
Nah,
They don't call it the footy, do they?
definitely not.
So no one in the UK would refer to the Premier League as the footy?
Speaking on behalf of 68 million people,
Please do.
I would say yes.
Okay.
You're going to the footy on the weekend.
Are you going to the footy?
It's football.
It sounds really wrong. Oi, mate, we're watching the footy. Hello? Would you like to come over and watch the footy?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Bring some crisps. No, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. The sock reference, though, this is a real deep cut of our friendship and our professional work that we've done together. But 4 years ago, when we tried to do a bit of a how's North Queensland, Australia feeling about the World Cup, we did like a mockumentary about it.
We did.
And you did kind of add a bit of mayo onto the history of the invention of soccer. And you go, what did you say in that video? You were like, soccer. They called it that because it was invented by a bloke who was wearing socks when he first kicked a ball.
Yeah.
Sock-er.
I do believe that still.
Yeah. Well, it's a disputed history, but it's a very...
All history is disputed, mate.
Yeah, it's true, it is.
Stop having such a colonial mindset.
No, you've really expanded my mind into thinking that soccer and football could be two different games.
They are.
Two different sports, if you will.
Similar but different.
But I enjoyed watching the game with you. I actually,
Fun.
one of my fondest memories so far of this World Cup is you and I are sitting at a pub here in the Sunshine Coast where we live and record this podcast and embracing and cuddling and hugging after Ness scored that opening goal.
The sock Ness monster.
The sock, sorry, yeah. His real name.
Because he's a monster in that he, scares and terrifies other teams. Yeah. He's so good.
Yeah, you're getting a bit emotional there.
Yeah. I am indeed. And it was an interesting game because if you are watching along on YouTube, you might notice what is quickly healing, but this is the first podcast we've recorded since I had a skin cancer cut out on my cheek. So I have quite a formidable scar now on my right cheek, and cancer's all gone. Yibbity-doo. Scar's healing. But it was interesting because I still had the stitches in at the game. Really difficult not to get caught up in the euphoria and jumping around and screaming and celebrating. And I could just feel I was like, oh man, the stitches,
splitting.
Genuine slitting on the top of the stitches. So I was like, and then the nurse who took the stitches out yesterday, I was like, listen, are they in bad condition? I did maybe get a bit too excited when the sock Ness monster sklotted one. She was like, what on earth are you talking about? It's like the sock Ness monster. He kicked a goal for Australia. And
He kicked a goal. He scored a goal.
Well, you kick goals.
Yeah.
Is that wrong, is it?
It sounds dumb.
It sounds dumb?
Yeah.
Sounds dumb when you kick a goal in the footy. Did you see it? Oh.
I'm here to help.
Thank you.
I'm doing my best.
You're helping me throughout this World Cup. But yes, this is the first podcast I'm doing as a cancer survivor.
Sorry, and I should show you more respect for that. And if anything, it's funny. While I thought sitting here that the main reason and hook to watch the YouTube full video of our podcast would be for the content of the podcast, really, you got to go and check out this scar on Bretz's face. It is.
It's actually not the lighting in this podcast studio is. It's not as it doesn't look as harsh as it does in real life. But I will say it's healing way quicker than I expected. I was expecting you compared me to Dr. Evil.
No, okay. I only said
which is
that.
Very, very ballsy coming from a bald man.
Yes, it is.
Quite a bold claim.
However, you told me that the doctor had warned you that this scar is going to go from you said, quote, corner of your eye to the corner of your mouth. And if you haven't watched Austin Powers recently, you will. That is so visual. I could be your mini-me.
You and I combined, with you from the eyebrows up and me from the eyebrows down, are a perfect Dr. Evil.
And Mike Myers, if you're watching this, it's time for another one.
Come on. And also, don't be such a greedy guts this time. Don't play all the characters, Mike Myers. Give a couple of radio hosts a go.
Give us a go, Mike. Come on. We're ready to step into Dr. Evil's role. We'd be good villains in that.
I think
movie,
we'd be good villains. I think we'd be good. Yeah, definitely, I will admit, the plastic surgeon put some mayo on it. Yeah. Which is why it healed so well. Who would have known?
Be honest, bit of a revelation. Hope you don't mind me sharing on the pod. You have been on a date since the surgery. How did that go? Was that brought up on the date at all, or do you reckon it helped?
It was a first date, and I had forewarned this fantastic girl about the scar.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a pretty unless you're genuinely an asshole, which I don't think I'd be going on a date with someone anyway if they were, but I'm putting you in a rock and a hard place, aren't I? If I'm like, hey, by the way, I just had a bit of cancer taken out, so I've got a bit of a scar. Just a heads up before the date.
Yeah.
Pretty rough if she's like, I'm good.
Do you reckon that she...
I actually genuinely would kind of respect it if a girl was like, scars, nah.
It's like you're weighing up everything going into a first date going, I hope he wants kids. Maybe he doesn't want kids. I wonder what his political views are. Can I live with Scarface for the rest of my life? I mean, I like Austin Powers, but I'm not ready to marry Dr. Evil.
Scarface. What if we get into bed and he says, say hello to my little friend? And then that could be a great line for me now. Now that I'm Scarface... This is what I was getting so caught up in the cancer, the operation. There is a world.
You idiot. Why was that bothering you?
Duh. There is a whole world of opportunity now because of say hello to my little friend whenever I pull out my little guy down there in a sexual encounter. Say hello to my little friend. And it works because Scarface.
Going into the date, another serious question.
Yeah.
Right. Was any part of you thinking, right? You just told us that when you celebrated the goal, you were told by the doctors, please don't, overexert your face because these things could split.
And the date was directly after the Socceroos game.
Any part of you thought, hey, this date goes well. Let's say we end up and, it ends up in wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Any part of you thought about, were you concerned that in the act of climax that what would maybe ruin the mood was the
Yeah.
stitches split,
It's like a more
cancer
extreme.
comes back out.
Cancer comes
Or,
back
I don't
out?
know. Whatever's in there's coming out.
How do you think cancer works?
I don't know. It's
There's
complicated.
There's a girl lying there be like, oh, I'm covered in cancer.
No.
Oh, he's got cancer all over my new bed sheets from Adair's.
Oh, no, it's just a benign one.
Oh, it's benign. All good.
Yeah, was that-
I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I would say
Please do. I just spoke for 68 million people.
like my experience is that genuine first dates don't often go in that direction. When you're taking them like seriously as dates.
Maybe for losers.
Well, maybe not.
No, I'm joking.
I know for a fact that you immediately got on a plane to the other side of the world after your first date with your wife. So
Pretty cool. Pretty cool, mate.
you fled the country. No, so like from my experience at this age when, I'm 30 and most of us are like taking dates as like seriously looking into relationships, it rarely goes that way.
Yep.
But I did genuinely think, not just in relation to this date, just like, I'm a single person and sometimes that does go to encounters. And they were like, for the next few weeks, you really need to avoid exercise. They said, don't go to the gym, don't go for runs. Anything that would, they said, the guide is anything that would make you puff and red in the face, you need to avoid. And I was like, oh my God. Well, sex is definitely out.
What about...
Was that good for you? They're like, oh no, sir, sex should be fine. The activity needs to be sustained for over 47 seconds. I was like, oh, well, that's all right. Sex is back on the menu, boys.
Are you allowed to treat yourself?
I genuinely haven't.
Really?
I just haven't.
Is that because the World Cup's so distracting that ever since the World Cup started, you couldn't possibly have any time to do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, good man. That's
is
a real allegiance to soccer football.
This has become very quickly a very honest and vulnerable discussion from me about many things, bodily and otherwise.
Well, it's like I feel like I'm in a new era of my friendship with you. Like I knew you before the scar, and now I'll know you after the scar. In fact,
post-scar.
Can I say, in your life, have I spent the most time with you out of anyone in your life since post-scar?
Oh, without question.
Wow.
Yeah. You're definitely maybe my parents, because I did, after the operation, spend 3 days back in Brisbane with them. But for the most part, you're probably... So my parents are now overseas, so...
No. So, and we were in this official AS period after scar.
We are post-scar.
Wow, cool.
So, we've got Dr. Evil, Scarface, someone said the Elephant Man, Missy Higgins is another one.
Oh, yeah.
Scar from The Lion King.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about Scar from The Lion King.
That's a lazy one, though.
A lot of people, though, say Scar was their sexual awakening, being like he was so sexy as the bad guy. It's a bit of... I've heard multiple people say, oh, Scar was like one of my gay mates have said, like, I felt a little something for that line.
I'll be honest.
Not to take us back to bestiality, where this podcast so often goes.
It actually looks great. You
Thanks,
can
man.
barely notice it.
I'm sincerely stunned by just how quickly it is healing.
Just goes to show you must look after your body, your skin, and you've got amazing cells in there doing their thing.
The nurse said because the cheek is close to the heart, which I initially was like, what? But they're like, because it's close to the heart, it heals quicker. There's a lot of blood flow.
Interesting.
I guess that's why you get rosy cheeks, because you get blood up there quite quickly. So maybe the cheek is, yeah.
Just goes to show, if you ever get an operation on your penis, that thing's going to heal in 2 seconds.
You'd be done. But that
thing's doing healing 5, 6, 7 times a day.
Well, I mean, I've spoken about this on stage all over the world because my show was called Why I Sent Dad's Mate a Dick Pic. When I had a injury to my penis, one of the requirements when it was healing was like, please try and avoid getting an erection. Do you know how hard it is? Or soft, I suppose it is, to not, like, genuinely being told you cannot get an erection.
Yeah.
Like, RBs, random boners, were completely off the table.
Well, you can't control that.
I was in a relationship at the time. I was like, what if, my girlfriend walked in looking great? Nothing. You need to, like, dead cats, Pauline Hanson.
Should we? Yeah, I mean, that must have been a tough time for you.
We might pivot into the podcast.
Yeah, we haven't even gone through what we're doing yet.
Nah. Anyone who listened last week, though, to the Wikipedia game show that we promise isn't boring, where we try to get from 2 seemingly unrelated topics on Wikipedia in 5 clicks and in half an hour using the hyperlinks. We did have an episode last week where we were in, we'll be honest, we were in a massive rush because we had something to do for work. So we genuinely were trying to pump this out before my surgery. And some have said I had a tantrum because I got told I was not very good at the game by some of our clickheads from Wales, and you have an update.
Oh, yeah, I do. So our Welsh friends, Tasha and Phil, who gave us a journey a couple of weeks ago that we failed, there has been a bit of backlash. Commentary has come back. Tasha said, Bretz isn't welcome in Wales for calling Cardiff a shithole. He's made a lot of enemies. You'll have to take it off your tour, which we are currently now back to a one-stop tour of just Detroit. I made a mistake. I said her husband, Phil, was Welsh. He's English.
Oh, that's way worse than what I said.
And that's pretty much it. Also, Phil, our wonderful loyal listener, who is navigating early fatherhood by listening to our podcast to put his new daughter to sleep, he's come up with a nickname for you, Bretz, and he is now calling you. Sorry, forgive me.
Well, he called me Scooby Bretz initially.
Yep, which is to do with your history of talking like Scooby-Doo for a year of your life when you were a child.
Yep.
Now he's calling you Smirnoff Iceberg.
That's very funny.
So,
because Smirnoff Icing was a game that came up. Just listen to the back catalogue if you want to get that joke.
So today on the pod,
I can't believe we're not welcome in Wales. Can I just quickly say?
Yep.
I didn't say Cardiff is a shithole. My Welsh friends who have lived in Cardiff their entire life when we got there were the ones who were like, Cardiff's a bit of a shithole.
I'll be honest with you, Bretz. I've heard people say that too.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down with you on that one, brother.
Thank you.
That's fine.
People, I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to. Wales, beautiful. Cardiff, it's just wasn't that nice when I was there. It was winter.
So today on the pod, we are trying to get from one random page to another, and we're trying to get from the New York Knicks, who are the current and brand new world champions of the NBA.
They are the world champions of America.
53 years in the making. So a very famous sports team in America. And we are trying to get to a woman, a politician in Australia called Pauline Hanson. She is very controversial. She has bright orange hair, and she is the leader of a political party called One Nation. And the relevance, especially this week, is that under the latest news poll, she has become the most preferred prime minister at the moment, which is a massive deal.
This is a woman who has been in Australian politics since the 90s. She actually went to jail over a donation scandal or something related to voter fraud or whatnot. Allegedly, I don't know. I can't remember what it was about. But there was a time where she was the least popular politician in Australia, a laughing stock, someone who was considered to be a very inflammatory populist politician with some incredibly disagreeable views about. Yeah. She said horrible things about minorities.
And she's also famous for doing these stunts where she'll go into Parliament, like Government House in Australia, wearing burqas and all other horrible
She's pretty
stunts
openly,
like that.
Let's get Muslims out of the country. So, yeah, definitely someone who I vehemently disagree with on pretty much everything. But it's a friend of mine from England, Daniel, he commented, because I did it, I put up a reel impersonating Pauline Hanson on my personal,
which I hope we get to today. We want to hear the impersonation, but later. Let's hook you in.
We'll get to that. And he lives in England, and he was like, I don't even know who Pauline Hanson is, and I'm enjoying these impressions. And I said to him, for anyone listening overseas, she's sort of our Nigel Farage.
Oh, bang on.
Their rises are eerily similar in that they are like a small minority party that suddenly look like they could have a genuine impact at the next election.
And then, so that's the UK equivalent of who she is. What about an American one? You think she's Trump?
Yeah, it's tricky because she's more of a political insider than Trump was. Trump is just like peerless. There's no real comparison to Trump. I guess
because we do have listeners in Detroit.
We do have listeners in Detroit. I guess she is like early Trump. Maybe.
Yeah.
But again, it's just the systems of government are way too different. But the lazy comparison is she's our Trump.
So important to know, just before we get into the game, we can't click on a country. That is one of the rules. We can't use Control F. And we do have a booby trap as well. It is if on any page, and I really hope he's not a fan of the New York Knicks, but if we uncover the name Rowan Atkinson, i.e. Mr. Bean, game's over. He's our booby trap.
All right.
Hasn't happened in the history of the pod. Could today be the one? Hope not.
We need a win.
We do. We haven't had a win since the second podcast.
We, like the New York Knicks, haven't won in a very long time. But
good juju.
That's good juju, because today could be the day. Let's get into it.
30 minutes remaining.
So
5 clicks remaining.
Here's something interesting. I genuinely did not know this. I didn't know that the New York Knicks, their full name is the New York Knickerbockers.
Knickerbockers sounds like an insult in primary school.
Yeah, there's a song. Do you remember it?
What is it?
Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, number 9. He likes to dance and keep in time. Now let's see the rhythm of your feet. Now we hear the rhythm of your feet. And everybody's thinking about number 9.
What on earth just happened to
3,
me?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dr. Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, number... I'm pretty sure that's a song. There's no... If my parents made that up and sang it to me, that was a deeply embarrassing 30 seconds.
I sincerely think you might be having a psychotic episode. I've never heard of this song.
Can I look it up? Like...
What's a Knickerbocker?
Well,
No, you can't because we're in the game.
But like... All right. After the game, I'm looking up if that's a song. Anyone else heard that song before?
Because a knickerbocker to me sounds like knickers, like underpants. Like it reminds me of a wedgie. It's like someone who's got a wedgie coming.
It's like nincompoop.
It is like nincompoop. Now imagine if they were called the New York Nincompoops.
The Knicks. That wouldn't have worked, mate.
The Knicks would
I think. Oh,
it's getting close.
very close.
It's getting close to something you don't want to be at all close to.
I mean, take off Bocker off Knickerbocker, and that's too close too.
Yeah, it's not good. The New York Nincompoops. For the first time in 53 years, this is what it looks like. Nink fans, this is not a drill. The Nincompoops are your NBA champions. Timothy Chalamet is going crazy in the stands. He's been a nincompoop from day one.
Do you know what a mate of mine said to me on the phone yesterday? He's been watching, kind of like most of us, I think, just who watch maybe just the NBA finals or like just the playoffs. Last night, like, kind of like, and I know you're not going to like this, but he was almost frustrated when I rang him and I go, "What are you doing, mate?" He goes, "Oh, I'm watching Marty Supreme right now, to be honest with you. All I've seen is that fucking Chalamet all over my screens for the NBA Finals, and I just thought, fuck it, I've got to watch this bloody movie." He's in that movie, right?
He's the lead in that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Okay.
Oscar nominated, yeah.
Yeah. And
I
he
would
was
say one of the best performances of the 2020s.
Well, yeah, he just was so... He was like, I feel like this bloody guy's been on my TV for a week. I've got to watch it.
Okay, well, firstly...
I haven't seen a movie.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to have a crack at you. Your friend needs therapy. What kind of guy sits there watching the NBA Finals being like, God, that Timothy Chalamet is annoying me? I guess all there is to do is watch a 3-hour period piece that is solely a character study on a person played by Timothy Chalamet. Like, what? That's like, oh, damn it, I hate French mustard, and there's a little bit on the plate next to me. I better eat a jar of it. Why is he exposing himself to this?
I don't know. I think he just
Why didn't
felt like
Why didn't your
Chalamet
friends...
was just, you know, he was almost doing marketing for his movies.
No, that I will defend Timothy Chalamet on this. He has been there were 100% opportunistic. Like the fact that Taylor Swift was in the front row with a Stevie Nicks shirt on, which is an admittedly incredible pun, and like jumping around and screaming. Dude, she was at a game earlier in the season. I can't remember who the other team was. It might have been Cleveland, or the Stars or something. She was cheering for the other team.
Really?
Taylor Swift was in the crowd cheering against the Knicks, and then comes to the final and is sitting courtside wearing a Knicks shirt. Like, I'm sorry. It's like, I'm someone who often comes out in defense of parts of Taylor Swift's discography. God, she's not doing herself any favors when she just goes and jumps around at a team. Like, that is just, I know we're like in an era where it's like, it's all right to be a bandwagon fan, but
yeah.
Taylor Swift, have some, gee whiz.
So have you ever seen her wear the jersey of another team?
Yes.
Interesting. And you're now saying that that's quite upset you that she's now wearing another jersey rooting for another team.
No,
sounds...
It's very different. It's very different.
Hang on, I'm just trying to put my finger on where that sounds familiar, Bretz.
I don't go...
You wear jerseys for every NRL team.
So not true.
Even the ones that haven't joined the league yet. I've seen you walking around in a P&G Chiefs shirt.
It's not true.
You've got, let's do it. You've got your bloody Broncos that you love. You got your Cowboys. You got your Raiders. You got your Wars.
I don't wear the Raiders one. I just have one. I wore it once to Magic Round.
Oh, that was awesome.
As a challenge. This is so different.
Oh.
And also, I'm not a celebrity.
The fate of Obretzia. That's what I'm going with.
That good.
That's the best I got.
Someone works in commercial radio. That was awesome.
Oh, well, I just sealed the fate of Obretzia.
Yeah.
That's your first album. Really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I ask you, right? We're trying to get to a very controversial Australian politician. We're on the New York Knickerbockers Wikipedia page.
We are indeed.
How do you reckon we get there? What do you think we do, mate?
My initial thought, seeing that we can't go through Australia, is to leverage some of the celebrities that we know work in as we alluded to with Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet. There is a there is a spirited fandom of these people. Now, I'm wondering if, like, do we try to get to the Brisbane Bullets or something like that? Like, do we try and get to it? We've often gone with the try to get to Australia route. It hasn't always worked for us. So,
no, but I feel like learning from our past episodes, I think if we can, we need to get somehow to Australia off this page because that's what takes the time.
Or at least to an Australian.
Yeah, I got to be honest, I am not too familiar with the roster of the New York Knicks.
Now, what is here is the Brooklyn Nets. And am I right in saying Patty Mills played for the Brooklyn Nets?
Or did, what's the other guy? My God, I'm having an absolute mind blank. The guy who played for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Josh Giddey?
Simmons. Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
I'm sure.
Is he a net? I'm pretty sure.
Did he go there?
Let's go to the I feel like if we're at the Brooklyn Nets, we haven't overly... Like, we're not in that much worse of a position. But I think if Patty Mills is there, Patty Mills can get us to Australia, or at the very least... the Australian Olympic team or something like that. And also, isn't Patty Mills Indigenous? I'm pretty sure Patty Mills is Indigenous. So if we can get into the Indigenous world, Pauline Hanson, famously not favourable towards Indigenous Australia. I'm trying to find ways to not say she's racist. I don't know why I'm protecting her. She's a racist.
Yeah. Now, I think a better strategy then would be, I don't know 100% if he played for the Nets, but he definitely played for the Spurs, who they just beat in the NBA Finals.
You're certain that Patty Mills played for the Spurs?
Yeah, he was the understudy to not Paul Walker, but he was Scott Parker, who was their point guard for years. I'll put my house on it that Patty Mills played for the Spurs.
Okay,
but it's like, but will he definitely be on their page because he's not on their current roster? Your foot just touched my leg.
Sorry,
it was quite nice actually. I liked it.
That's all right. Happy to help. Just give you a little G up. Well, I don't know. That's really, really hard because he obviously wasn't a all-time incredible player. Like he's not like there's a lot about like NBA. Like there are a lot of. I'm encouraged to see how many player names are on the Knicks page.
Yes.
So surely, man, I think he was the captain of the Nets.
Well, you think he was the captain of the Nets? I know that he definitely played for the Spurs for a long time.
All right, well, so let's go to the San Antonio Spurs then.
All right, so the team they just beat.
Surely that would be top of mind. I'm at San Antonio Spurs under the end of championship drought.
Okay, is that like right down the bottom of their page?
It's under history. So it's if you go to season by season record, it's just in the paragraph above that.
Oh, yep. Okay, I can see it.
All right, we're doing it.
First click, San Antonio Spurs.
4 clicks remaining.
Now, I'm aware that time has really screwed us in the past, so I'm just trying to, like, pump towards. I'm scrolling. Keep in mind we can't use Control F, so that's why we do have to take a little bit of time scrolling. So I'm seeing a lot of names. I'm yet to see the name Patrick Mills. Basketball Hall of Famers. Obviously, Patty Mills is not in that. Points scored by the end of the regular season.
I've got Patty Mills.
Yeah, Patty Mills. Yeah,
Patty Mills. Okay. Do we think this is like an Australian Indigenous athlete?
That's got to
be
the guy. It's got to be. Australian Indigenous athlete is as close to Pauline. Let's make the click.
So, yeah, he was signed in 2016. He was re-signed. Paul Gasol.
3 clicks remaining.
Okay, so early life and family. Mills was born in the Australian capital city of Canberra. Mills' father, Benny, is a Torres Strait Islander, and his mother, Yvonne, is an Aboriginal Australian. Okay. As part of the Stolen Generations. Now, Stolen Generations has a hyperlink. Now, I've got to be honest. When we said, let's do the New York Knicks, strange that we're 2 clicks away
20
from...
minutes remaining.
I think we're making good pace today.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to get too confident.
I can't believe how quickly we've ended up here. Now, we've got 3 clicks in the bag, and I see Stolen Generations.
I also
now,
see...
Stolen Generations would have to get us to some sort of do you imagine it might get us towards like the referendum, and One Nation would have been against the referendum for a voice to Parliament?
Yeah, I mean, I also see a link here, mate, for like the fact that he is an Indigenous Australian. There's a hyperlink here for Indigenous Australians as well.
So what do we think would be more likely to get us to? Eddie Mabo is in here. Mills' great uncle.
Great call going to Mills.
Holy hell. Paddy Mills' great uncle is Indigenous lands right activist Eddie Mabo. I didn't know that.
Wow. That is unbelievable.
What a great story.
Bloody good basketball player, Paddy Mills.
Mate, remember the 2021 Olympics, which I know was the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, and there was like we had a genuine sniff of making it to the gold for the basketball, and it was just like Paddy Mills doing it off his back. That was sensational. Isn't it crazy? Like, I mean, and this isn't to take it all away from Paddy Mills. It is crazy that you can be like the hero of a country in basketball in Australia, like the number one biggest name, and still be like a middling NBA player.
Oh, yeah.
It's just crazy how, like, can you, like, I was thinking this a lot watching the NBA finals. I was like, I can't even comprehend. It's like if you're one of the 11 best cricketers in India.
Yep.
With like a billion people who are all obsessed with cricket, and you make it to that team. Like, how good do you have to be like Jalen Brunson? It's just genuinely shocking. Is there anything in Australia, removing the actual code, that you have to be as good at to get to that level? Like, I guess a lot of people play AFL and like...
I mean, I would say professional sport. I mean...
Australia's a very sporting country as well.
It's also remarkable when you think about, like, the Australian cricket team. Cricket's a good example of, once they've got that 11, if they're playing well, it's almost impossible to get in unless there's an injury.
And I suppose, like, the argument always being India has a billion people who are cricket obsessed to choose from. Yep. Australia has 25 million people, and we still manage to compete.
Yeah.
We are, like, obviously we have, like, being a, first world nation and whatnot, there are like resources, but and we do, Paul.
There are resources for cricket in India.
There are indeed.
It is remarkable.
Is there a country on earth that punches above its weight more than Australia in sport?
I mean, Curacao is at the FIFA World Cup right now, and their population is smaller than where we live on the Sunshine Coast of Australia. 115,000 people live in Curacao, which is in the Caribbean. And they're at the World Cup.
And I guess like African nations in the track and field events at the, with next to no resourcing.
Yeah, that's very true.
Making it in the Olympics. I suppose, but it's just like in so many sports.
A lot of those African countries, sorry to interrupt, but a lot of those African countries have a lot more population than Australia.
True.
So you're right. Like,
I just like, and like the way like.
Well, New Zealand, I mean, their rugby team.
But even
but it's not a global sport, is it?
No, it's not. And even the fact that Australia and New Zealand isn't really that good at anything else.
Also, cricket isn't a global sport either.
No. But like Australia, with our population and our climate, still went pretty well at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, that was freaky.
We've just beaten Turkey in the soccer.
Yep.
We've just like, there's no. Is there? I'm probably being wildly ignorant here, but I'm just thinking about like in terms of like. We are there and thereabouts in more sports than our population and our climate gives us any right to be.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's funnily enough, the closer we get to Pauline Hanson, the more nationalistic and jingoistic I'm becoming.
But you know
Am I just going to be like a full-blown, like, stop the boats? By the time, is her energy radiating out of the Wikipedia?
It's funny though, because it's such a cliche expression, but like, you know how sport is just in our identity. And it's such a big part of growing up here because of the weather. It's always nice outside, so you can play a lot of outdoor sport. Whereas, it's different with when I talk to Lucy, my wife, and she goes, yeah, Saturday sport just like wasn't a thing for us. I'm like, well, maybe that wasn't a thing for your family, but I'm sure in England, like playing sport is a big part of growing up there.
Oh, I mean, living in Clapham, it was like, but it was always, it wasn't as much kids.
Mate, I hate to be a stickler for the rules, but should we, rather than we're just wanking off all this extra time we've got right now, I think we should try and do this.
Okay.
Let's do it. Like,
I'm tempted to click on Eddie Mabo because he 100% during the Mabo land, I think like Paul Keating was the prime minister who was largely trying to legislate the land rights decision that arose out of the Mabo case and the Wicks cases. So Paul Keating will absolutely be mentioned in the Eddie Mabo one. John Howard was the opposition leader.
Mm-hmm.
John Howard was 100% the opposition leader during the sort of post-Mabo political era in Australia. So if John Howard is on the Eddie Mabo page, I mean, John Howard is the one who expelled Pauline Hanson from the Liberal Party for her racist views.
So that would be under the controversy.
I believe the 99 election.
You think on his page...
I'm pretty confident.
So you think John Howard might be the key to Pauline?
I think Pauline, and yeah, I think so.
You're right. I prefer the Mabo click to just the stolen generation because I think it'll be more specific.
Me too.
So where's Mabo, mate?
In early life and family, it is the last line of Paddy Mills.
Wow. There we go.
All right.
His great uncle is
Let's do
Eddie
it.
Mabo. Eddie Mabo. Click number 3.
2 clicks remaining.
Because what have we done? We've done...
San Antonio Spurs. Well, we started at Knickerbockers.
Clicked on the Spurs, clicked on Paddy Mills, clicked on Eddie Mabo.
Yep.
Wow, this game truly takes you in some unexpected places. All right, let's go through this because we need to click. Keep in mind, the next click we make does need to land us on a page that has Pauline Hanson on it. So I'm going through, and I'm in Legacy, Mabo Centre. Shockingly short page.
Yeah, for a man who is incredibly important.
Dare I say a disgrace?
Ooh, this is
Because
a little
obviously
dicey.
the case will be the one that, this is, shit. There's no mention of, I thought this was going to be one of the longer pages we'd ever clicked on.
Okay.
This is really throwing me. Now, there is a hyperlink to Brisbane.
I've got Tony Abbott, mate.
Where's that?
So just above Mabo Centre. So in his legacy, in 2015, Tony Abbott became the first Prime Minister of Australia to visit Mabo's grave on Murray Island, where he paid tribute to his legacy. Now, has Tony Abbott ever had a run-in with Pauline Hanson? You'd have to think so.
Didn't they have a moment where they shook hands and apologised to each other? Because I think he put her in jail.
Tony Abbott?
Yeah.
Has she been in jail in the last decade?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was in the 90s.
I'm getting so confused.
Are you getting confused with Nelson Mandela?
No.
Okay, because he went to jail too, famously.
Yeah. Are you getting confused with Carl Williams? Are you getting confused?
Oh, I love how a pot shot at your political knowledge has really affected you. You're like, how dare you? I know that Pauline went to jail.
It's funny that you just think I'm confusing anyone who went to prison. Or am I thinking of the Joker? No, that was Arkham Asylum. I think Tony Abbott's a good call because I think I'm getting confused because John Howard expelled her from the Liberal Party in the lead up to an election, but I think Abbott was the one who got her to jail. And I have vivid memories of Tony Abbott sitting in a room shaking hands with her and apologising. Now, this needs to be the click upon whose page Pauline Hanson is on. Otherwise, we're out of clicks.
So we're not even... I haven't heard our timer for 10 minutes, so I think...
I'd say we're about halfway through. Yeah.
Okay,
I'd say we've got to tick under 15 minutes.
we got time. Let's. It's a pretty short page. So Tony Abbott is our preferred click at the moment. I'm also seeing here that when they made a television film on Mabo in 2012, that was broadcast on the Australian Broadcast Corporation, a hyperlink to the ABC. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Pauline's had a couple of run-ins with ABC.
National Reconciliation Week, whether Pauline has come out and said, get rid of it, please.
I mean, all the hyperlinks on this page, I'm sure she's had problems with absolutely everyone on it.
I don't like it.
No, you do it later. I'm so excited to hear you do your impression of her. Tara...
I think Tony Abbott. I've looked through the page. I'm convinced Tony... I have a very clear memory when he was either opposition leader or prime minister of them having a face-to-face meeting.
Well, mate...
Which makes me think he was instrumental in her imprisonment.
I was 100% sure to send us to Spurs to get to Mills. So we backed me. So I think it's time we back you, Scarface.
We are clicking.
Let's go, Dr. Evil.
On Tony Abbott.
Tony Abbott.
1 click remaining.
Now, this is going to take some scrolling. This is definitely, as we often say, the part of the podcast that gets, slightly boring. He's the oldest of 4 children, one which name was Dick Abbott.
Should we say as well, for any international listeners, Tony Abbott was a former...
10 minutes remaining.
He was the 28th Prime Minister of Australia from 2013 to 2015. And he kind of looks like the lizard in Monsters Inc.
Oh, we've got it!
Have we got it? Are you serious? wasn't what you thought.
Let's go! In 1998, Abbott established a trust called Australians for Honest Politics Trust to help bankroll civil court cases against the One Nation Party and its leader, Pauline Hanson! Oh my God! Oh my God!
That felt
Hang
bloody
on.
good, mate.
We've got
That
it.
felt good.
Let's click on it. Let's use our final click. We are on the page. We've done it.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
That's
Show 'em,
it.
Brett. Show 'em. Put 'em up to
That's
the
it.
camera, mate.
That's it.
Get her. Yeah, we're putting Pauline and her beautiful red hair.
This could so be taken out of context. In a week where Pauline Hanson has become the preferred Prime Minister of Australia, you and I cheering in rugby league jerseys, holding a picture going, yes! Yes, Pauline Hanson!
Wow.
You did it! Please, this is not political. It's a game, it's a game, it's a game, it's a game. We are not celebrating the recent polls.
Pauline Hanson, we've done it.
Yes, we can.
Come on.
Yes, we can.
So,
And can I just rizz us up for a second?
please do, mate.
The trust and teamwork.
Yeah.
You saying, I know it's the Spurs. Me saying, I know he had something to do with her imprisonment. Bankrolling the civil case against her. Pauline Lee Hanson is an Australian far-right politician who is the leader of One Nation. She has been a senator for Queensland since 2016 and was the Member of Parliament for the Queensland division of Oxley from 96 to 98.
Very nice hearing you read all that out wearing a Queensland shirt. Interesting that, she
I'm
really...
going to vote for her.
Clip it. Clip that. Let's get that. Let's keep that on
Because
tone.
she gave us the win-win. It's like the Knicks. It's like the Knicks. We've come back and won. Yeah.
That was great. It was all in the air for us to win today, man. I feel like we chose two things that
Oh, come on.
there's a lot of poetry going on right now.
Come on.
Isn't it funny how she chooses not to go by...
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
It's interesting she doesn't choose to go by her former surname, Zagorski. Wonder why.
I wonder why she's not Pauline Zagorski.
Super interesting she chooses not to use that surname there. I'm sure none of the people who follow her have ever looked into that.
Hey, Zagorski, what's going on with these immigrants?
Mate, that felt good.
That felt really good.
Really good. And you know what? Last week...
So good to win. Is that our second ever win?
Yep.
What
We
was
haven't
this-
had a win
since Artemis 2 to Scooby-Doo.
All right, now
Run Nation.
give us your Pauline impression. Come on.
It's not so much an impression. It's just like it's very much in the vein of like a Monty Python or a Mighty Boosh character. I've sort of just in my online impression of her turned her into a demon. Like
Yeah, but
Muslims, Asians.
But she does-
It's gibberish and then either Asian or Muslim at the end. That's the impression.
But she does do that when she's talking and she's a bit flustered. She'll go, get the boats away.
And it's like having an inflection. No. Carl. No. I believe truly that the Socceroos are a bunch of immigrants. And the moment they left the country, Australia started winning again. And now please explain now, Muslims.
Well, for anyone who doesn't know, my memory is not serving me right now. The Please Explain, what's that from?
It was an interview, I think, in the 90s.
Yep. When she was in jail?
I don't believe it was when she was in jail. Let's just, for fun, read a little bit about her imprisonment. Because
Okay, on October 6, 2003, Hanson she spent 11 weeks in jail. She was immediately released. Well, after 11 weeks.
I've gone longer without a wank.
Yeah, well, you're currently living through that right now.
I'm currently on a no-nut-vember. I got to be honest, the celebration just now, I genuinely feel like my scar was about to split again. I truly am happy the stitches are out because I that's like as much as I celebrated when we scored a goal. when the Sock Nest monster kicked a goal in the footy, I almost celebrated as much as I just celebrated winning clickheads. It is pathetic how much that meant to me.
That was
It really,
awesome.
it was just like sport, Marbo. It was literally, it's Marbo, it's the vibe. Is how we won.
It is, you're right.
It's a victory for Australia.
We've had our castle moment. We weren't dreaming. We weren't dreaming.
We weren't dreaming.
We believed the whole time.
Pauline Zagorski. You know when... Oh, fuck off.
5 minutes remaining.
We don't even need that anymore.
Don't need you. Do you remember when John Oliver, when Trump was running for president, did a lot of like research into his family tree and origins and realized that his real surname wasn't Trump, it was Drumped?
No.
There was this whole thing. It was like a make Donald drumped again or something.
Right.
I would like to see, instead of Pauline Hanson, her go back to her former maiden name, which was Zagorski. Pauline Zagorski is quite ironic.
Well, it's, you know what, having looked at her little fact thing on the right, I think that was a married name she chose to have. She divorced him. Walter. So it's not a maiden name. I've only just learned that too. That's annoying. It's annoying.
So maybe her hate for people with foreign-sounding names is simply just
Walter's fault.
hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Does this, like all great tragedies, go back to a love story? Maybe if Walter and her could come together, this country could once again come together.
Okay. Now, can we go back to something very important? You know when you thought I had a stroke at the start of the episode?
With you were singing the Knickerbocker song. Have you got it?
Guess who wrote that song?
Rolf Harris.
No. This is actually a real... I mean, this is arguably the most egg you're going to have on your face on this episode since you started criticising Taylor Swift for wearing jerseys of other sports teams until you realised you do the exact same thing.
Cheers, because that was a well-done omelette.
The fate of Obretzia is going to be the legacy of this episode.
No, it won't. It'll be that we won.
I'm not pushing the other thing.
It's going to be one of our few wins. What was it again? New York Knicks, San Antonio Spurs, Patty Mills, Eddie Marbo, Tony Abbott, Pauline Hanson.
Just one of the great clickhead moments.
Oh, man.
With what? 8 minutes to spare?
Something like that.
That was good.
Probably good for the sake of the episode because we waffled on for like 20 minutes up top.
I am going to play you the Dr. Knickerbocker song.
Okay.
This is a real song, and I want you to try. I think the artist might get it immediately.
Is it like the Wiggles?
Yes!
Hey!
It is the Wiggles.
Oh, my God.
Here we go.
Dr. Knickerbocker number 9.
Yeah!
Pretty good.
Thank keep in time. Now
Let's get the rhythm of the hand. Now we've got the rhythm of the hand. Now let's get the rhythm of the number 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so forth.
Oh, key change.
I think it just gets faster and faster. It's kind of like the hokey pokey.
It is giving hokey pokey.
Yeah. Did you know in England they call it the hokey cokey?
Oh, of course they do.
And then
Because cocaine's really cheap over there.
yeah, that's why.
Let's do a bit of hokey cokey this
Yeah.
evening. It's only 50 quid.
I've
I've already sent him a WhatsApp.
Can I say this? The first time my wife Lucy said that to me, bit of an ick.
That is an ick.
Dr. Cokey, the hokey
Dr.
cokey.
Dr. Cokey.
It doesn't make any sense.
The hokey cokey. So, sorry, British people call it the hokey cokey.
Whoa, the hokey
Cokey.
cokey. Yes, and we go the
Whoa, the hokey
And it's-
cokey. Whoa, the hokey cokey.
kick-ons come to my house.
We're doing afters at mine. Bizarre.
Yeah.
I need British people to get in touch and justify that.
Why is it called the hokey? Well, okay, justify the hokey pokey. Why do we call it that?
Because because it's like a poke is the movement.
That's kind of what I
It's like
thought
you're,
too.
You're putting your leg in. That's like kind of a poke.
I used to love
Is it
that.
named after David Pocock?
No.
Hokey pokey.
No, another famous Australian politician / rugby player.
I'm in the zone. I'm in.
I can't believe we won.
Well, we should leave it there. Thank you very much, Clickheads. Incredible episode, incredible historic episode. Our second ever win, not unlike the New York Knicks, coming back with a victory. We really focused. We really got in and did it. And well done, mate.
Well done, mate. And
That is incredible.
I'm really glad that we've been able to do this quickly so we can go back to watching the World Cup because we've wrapped this up in great time. I was nervous about this, but it currently is 0-0 between Argentina and Algeria.
Oh.
And I'm mortified we've missed a few minutes of that. But, mate, also, obviously, by the time you hear this podcast, State of Origin would have finished tonight.
Yep. Score prediction from you?
Ooh, what was the score in game one again? Was it 22-20?
22-20, yep.
I think tonight is going to be 18-14.
2.
I actually think Queensland's going to win.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to try for this. I think it's going to be, 32-8 to Queensland. Blowout. 32-8.
Well, you guys...
You're going to get a penalty early to
Okay.
get on the board, and you'll kick a penalty. You'll be up 8-0. And then Queensland will go bing bong.
Yeah, I think the
And
decider
I think Reece Walsh is going to get a double off the bench.
wouldn't surprise me.
Okay.
It was crazy to leave him out. Hey, thank you for listening to the podcast. If you want to give us a journey or an adventure, please get in touch via the Instagram page. You can send us a voice note. We would love that.
Archie and Bretz's
Oh, you're wrapping me up.
Clickheads.
Oh, no, I just played the thing.
Don't forget
thought you wanted to watch the
subscribe to
soccer.
show.
I do want to get out of it,
Share
yeah.
with the
Send us some
clickheads
voice
in
note.
your life.
Yeah.
Plus, you can send your topic suggestions for the next game to ClickheadsPod
Ah.
on Instagram. Thanks for playing Clickheads.
Please explain.